AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Everyone, I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 82 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on it.
They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. 3rd down here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And these guys locked into that #1 seed. That's been a foregone conclusion for a while now. The question on everyone's mind, can they finish the regular season a perfect 16-0?
And it all comes back to philosophy of the organization, philosophy of the head coach, and, of course, the locker room itself. What do the players want to do? And I think what most teams would do in this situation is approach it, let's win every game, but let's be smart about doing it. So that doesn't mean that they're going to go all out if, indeed, they do need to rest a few people.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
To throw on 2nd down. Watts. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
To Ezekiel Elliott.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw. Watts being chased out left into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense. That the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards, 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Complete to Saquon Barkley.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And Newton sacked. A loss of 6 yards. And it's
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The shotgun snap for Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watts. They got a man. It's Woods. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Number 21.
2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
In the 1st quarter with the score Cowboys 7, Giants 0.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
54.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watts. This will be caught just inside the 10. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try again with Elliott. he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Oh, man.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 20.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Newton got the connection here to Bourne. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jalen Smith, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And let's look at their passing game, more specifically their receiving game. These guys have been great out wide.
I'm with you on that one. We'll look at it, and we'll enjoy it, and actually marvel at it. These guys are making every catch possible. Boy, have they been fun to watch in this game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
That's right. That's not good. 44 to the mark. 40 down. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the pass.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and run forward with Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
And it is now 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Nothing. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Newton on first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Coverage by Byron Murphy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. To the air again, Newton. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It is the final weekend of the regular season, final day of the calendar year as well. A lot of action to update you on, so let's get right to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home team who are out in front. Dwayne Haskins has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the Jaguars as that one's gone to halftime. Derrick Henry, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Falcons. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Second and 11. From the gun, Newton. That's complete to Slayton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Newton got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll run with Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Cowboys 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. That is incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Watts, and able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
41-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Time for our players spotlight, and it focuses in here on Cam Newton. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback?
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Looking for Woods that time, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Intercepted by the Giants.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton, open man is born. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Complete to Kendrick.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First down, Giants.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Giants.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, Newton, the quick slant caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
To throw on third down, Watts. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Back to throw. Watts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check. No game on this defense. No game.
Again, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, Newton. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Newton gets this out to Saquon Barkley. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run with Barkley. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play action. Watts. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Crunch time, defense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Zerline now for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
The Giants first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. One last throw here for Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Giants, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.